What's going on, guys and gals? It's me, JT, and we are back today with another video, and it's a very exciting day to be uploading Super Smash Bros. Ultimate content, because if you guys and gals did not know, Steve and Alex have made their official appearance on the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate store, and they have been available to play and download by everybody since yesterday, October 13th, and these two characters have brought a unique new playstyle to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that I personally have just been interviewing, looking at. I sort of wanted to take my time before making this video, so that's why it's a little bit later than some of your other YouTubers out there releasing it, but hopefully you guys and gals enjoyed my thoughts here. I want to give my thoughts on Steve and Alex. I want to give my thoughts on how these characters play, what I think they might do in the competitive scene, and sort of my just general review and analysis of these characters. Steve is a very unique fighter. I think that he is by far one of the most unique, but one of the most complicated to start characters to play. He's very different from all the other characters because he has of course his unique building mechanic. He has different ways of movement. He can attack while moving forward with like a simple jab attack. He sort of plays like Mega Man in that instance, where he has that neutral attack that can be moved around, and he sort of just has a lot of different elements that not a lot of players are familiar with grasping when it comes to playing in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I think that Steve by far excels in having a very smooth type of movement. His walk speed is really good. You'd think that a character that's very blocky has a lot of like jank movement, and that it'd be maybe a little bit slow. It's not too slow, but it's not too fast either. It's not the speed of Joker, but it's just in between. So I would say that Steve on his own will has a little bit of a nice speed advantage there. He can definitely run up on opponents and punish them, but put them in a very big pressured situation there. So I don't worry about speed. He's a very fluent character when it comes to just forward, backwards, and jumping movement. However, I do feel like the one area where his movement feels a little bit bad is when it comes to his attacks. His attacks are very jank in my opinion. I think that they have a lot of in lag on them, like his forward smash, his aerials. They are very vulnerable when you land on the ground with them, or when you just use them in general. This is one thing that I've ran into about Minecraft Steve, and while this doesn't put him at any big risk to be in the F tier or to be in a bad section in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it still is a good thing to note, because I noticed this a lot. This is one of those characters where you can't exactly throw out moves and expect them to work. He is a very different character, and where you have to make every move count, and I think a lot of new players are going to have a lot of a rough time adapting to that. It's going to be rough for people that have played characters like Kirby, maybe even Wolf for instance, where you could just throw out an air in the open and get no punish off of that and be able to accelerate and push the gameplay forward with that. They'll now have to watch their step, make sure that every move counts, and it's a very different playstyle. I personally think that this playstyle is good. I think Super Smash Bros. Ultimate needs more characters like this, more characters that don't exactly just throw out and it's a lottery machine, but it's more of a, hey, this is a risky move, but the reward here is very big if you can actually land the move and set up a combo of some sorts. But I do want to say this as well. Now, I truly think that this character here isn't focused on entirely being a competitive character. Sakurai and his team have pushed a lot of elements in here that are out of the ordinary here, like building, like sort of specific mining blocks as well. You can only get certain materials from certain maps. Of course, he made it to where it's more randomized on battlefield maps, so it's more fair in a competitive way, but I still feel at the end of the day that this character here on its own will is a very free to play fun character. This is a very for fun type of character. He's not really meant to be competitive in my honest opinion, but I think a lot of competitive players, when they get the hold of them and they try to play him for a little bit, they can actually make something out of this character. The whole thing about Minecraft Steve is that he plays exactly like he would play in the normal Minecraft games as well. You make what you make out of him. You use his movesets, you use his different combinations of attacks to really format and make the game the way you want to play it. The same thing exists when it comes to playing on a stage. You use your TNT to set up traps. You could use the different leveling options of the swords and the pickaxes and the axes to sort of create a close combat situation. And if you wanted to, you could be just the ledge trapper, the guy that goes off the screen, builds any structure, and sort of creates a boundary that the enemy players that are on can't defeat or get past. Steve is a very open character, and I want to try my best to have a very open mind when it comes to thinking about this character being played in the minds and in the hands of many other players. As you guys and gals know, there are thousands upon thousands of people playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, whether it be on a for fun basis or competitive basis, and I think mostly the competitive players are going to try their best to crack this character open and unlock unique new advanced skills that maybe people haven't seen so far. There are always different players that have a unique build type, or they have a different type of strategy in mind, and I think what I'm going to do the most is look out for those players that are really good at building in this game. Building seems to be the hardest mechanic when it comes to playing Steve. It's really difficult for me. I'm not going to say that I'm the best at it. I could definitely use some work, but I know that there are people out there practicing right now to try and do their best, and those are the people that you're probably going to look at when it comes to this new upcoming competitive season for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And this may lead Steve to be having some different types of placements. You know, a lot of people are saying that he's in the high B tier. Personally, for me, I would say that Steve would make it into the C to the B tier if we had to go on a competitive ranking scale. You know, I would say it'd be more of a C plus into maybe a B minus to B area, because I don't want to rank this character too high because it does have a lot of aerial and fundamental flaws, and it's just general situation. You know, it doesn't have that many combos. Its combos are very short, and while they are very pressuring and do a lot of damage, they are there to do that, but it seems like this character doesn't have too much of a finishing blow when it comes to certain things. And if there are faster characters, or even characters that can reflect or just get around with good movement, they can easily outmaneuver Steve and really topple that kind of mid speed that he has on himself. But that goes without saying that there could be a lot of more things that Steve has to offer in the future, and that this opinion might well change into the future as we unlock and see more tech coming out from this character. He's definitely a different character than we have ever seen before, and I'm personally enjoying him. You know, I had a lot of doubts when he was released, when he was shown. My mind was boggled because there was a lot going on, but it seems like Steve has more of a direct approach. You know, it's more direct for me because I've been watching, practicing what it would be like, and playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for a very long time. So I don't think it's that bad for me. I'm a little bit more flexible on that. At the end of the day though, Sakurai and his development team have made a very great character. I enjoy playing Steve. He's just something that's completely different. You know, you never imagine this type of character jumping into the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate universe and just displaying this raw amount of just new feeling. You know, I still wake up every morning, turn on the game, and I just question, like, holy moly, this is a character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It feels kind of insane, and that's a personal connection that I have. You know, Steve is a very beloved character. I think we all sort of expected it, we all memed about it, but we didn't really think that Sakurai would push this much effort into getting him into the game as a whole character. Still shocks me that he is not just a Mii Fighter costume, that he is a full-blown character, but nonetheless I'm very, very excited and happy to see him join our roster as well, and I wonder what more unique characters Sakurai has to offer for the rest of this DLC pack. But I know I went on a very long ramble today. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed my little review and analysis of Steve. It wasn't too much of a total breakdown. I was sort of just giving off a lot of the thoughts that I noticed while I sat down for hours playing him. Again, I hope you guys and gals share your thoughts and discussions on Steve down below in the comments, and I would love to hear what you have to say. Do you think he's good? Do you think he's bad? I would love to hear that down below. Thank you guys and gals for watching this video, and peace out.